here? What? What broke over there? Oh, that was like all the way in the kitchen. Sometimes it's just a cat hair. It's really weird. It like stabs your foot.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
A little nervous.
Why? How are you?
Why are we so bad at the opening?
I'm good at it.
Oh,
You're just not.
you just asked me how I am twice in a
Yeah.
row.
How you doing?
Fine, a little terrified.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool. What? Anything cool happened this week?
This is not a good opening.
Just go with
Okay,
it.
I'm
It's having a conversation.
Sorry. Did anything cool happen this week?
Yeah.
No, it's been like the grumpiest week in
It has
recent
been.
memory for
Yeah.
both of us.
Has been a grumpy week.
You've been like very vocal about yours being grumpy, and then I like
Yeah.
hid mine until today. I suddenly like left the house and
Yeah.
texted you, and I was like, I've been secretly very grumpy and discouraged all week.
And I'm like, I know. Me too. But I haven't been secret about it.
Not at all. Not
Yeah.
even a little bit.
It's just one of those weeks.
Yeah. And it's hard because like it's one of those weeks where when I'm in that mood, I really feel strongly like
Yeah.
just stop. Just give yourself a couple days.
Mm-hmm.
But like I'm not in that position at all with work right now. Like it's not an option to just stop. So it's just not been a very like positive week. But that's okay.
That's all right. I got worms.
I got worms. I feel like I'm married to Lloyd Christmas suddenly.
Lloyd Christmas.
Seriously?
Lloyd Christmas.
I got worms.
I don't know.
That's what we're going to call it.
I don't know that one.
I got worms.
know
You
the
said
quote.
the joke, and it's
I
from
know,
Dumb
I
and
know the-
Dumber.
Oh,
It's Lloyd
okay.
Christmas, Jim
Got it.
Carrey.
Yeah.
And then Harry something.
Yeah. I got worms though.
I like that that's like the highlight. Is that your high?
That's like the highlight of the week.
That's the high this
I
week.
got a
is you
bag of
worms.
worms in the mail.
I feel really guilty about that.
Why?
It's just sad. They're just like
They grow up on a farm and now they get to come to
but
our
like the
little,
in between, they're just like in a canvas bag,
they're just like
FedExed over.
They got their peat moss in there and they're
Aren't they
squirming
like
around
partially
together.
dead?
No.
They looked pretty sad.
They're probably hungry.
Now they're happy.
Yeah.
They seem very happy.
In our dirt pile of compost in the backyard.
I am genuinely enjoying, like, it's actually really hard for me to switch away from just throwing away food
Yeah.
scraps. I'll literally be like peeling a carrot and I'm like, ooh, this can go in the food pile.
Yeah.
Food pile, compost pile,
Compost pile.
food scrap pile.
Yeah. I think it'll be good.
That also makes me think of just like, this is going to sound random for a second, but like one of the unexpected joys of like housework.
Yeah.
Like I actually like keeping the house clean. I'm definitely not always like successful at it, but like I literally have yet to tire of telling you my amazement at vacuuming.
Yeah.
I'll like vacuum a rug. I'm like, Spencer,
Yeah.
the canister filled up
Yeah.
and I vacuumed that rug a week ago.
And you can compost that.
And exactly.
It's just dirt and human skin.
Okay. So
And
it's like satisfying.
mostly cat hair.
I mean, yeah. And the dust honestly is what like
Yeah.
amazing. Like I vacuumed our bathroom floor. It's just like white tile. And I'm like, it's just going to be some like, I like
Yeah.
brushed my hair this morning. I'm like, it's not.
Yeah.
Anyway, composting has been fun.
Yeah. So we got the garden, got the compost pile started. But we've got have we got a treat for you today?
We're growing all this healthy food in the
Yeah.
garden, but that's for another time.
Yeah.
Today, we felt like we needed a talking point.
Yeah.
Just to make sure we didn't
a
like
little
just
thing.
bitch about service industry people, which
we've been complaining a lot. We've
Yeah.
gone on a rant about complaining about things.
Yep.
Just because we have a lot to complain about, but
it's just so satisfying.
we're gonna spin this, and we're instead gonna figure out what the best Little Debbie snack is.
in our
in our
professional opinions.
Yeah.
I actually, okay, really quick. This just
I have a lot of experience with these things.
This is what I'm saying though, and this is one of those like weird, like pretentious millennial bullshit things. But like being a child of the '90s, I feel like we are the generation to comment on Little Debbie snacks, and like Hostess snacks and all of that, because it just felt like
It was like
our
integral to
lunchbox
our
item.
childhood, Yeah,
What?
it was like integral to our childhood.
Yeah, like
And it was like, of all the things, like, and we've talked about our parents in different capacities previously, but like my mom, I feel like was like, at least for a period, like, you know, like any mom in the 90s where it's like, you know, drink your milk, you know, drink
oh my God,
drink
yes,
your 3 cups of milk a day so you'll be strong and healthy. And like the milk lobby really won that one for a while.
totally. Celebrities were doing the ads all the
with
time.
the milk mustaches and stuff. And then like, you know, eat your vegetables and like, you know, you
Your
have
canned vegetables.
you have to eat your vegetables before you leave the dinner table. But then also like, you know, here's your daily Little Debbie snack.
I don't think the 90s are known for healthy eating, especially for like families. Like, I don't know, like my parents were just way too busy and like they cared about our health. And like we ate, like I think we talked about this recently, like meals that were very like balanced, like some kind of like carb, typically something starchy, protein, vegetables, and a big glass of milk. But I don't know. So like, I don't want to like give them too much of a hard time, but like this and Hot Pockets like, and all that stuff.
I feel like you also would hear about diabetes all the time.
There's a commercial that my sister and I thought was so funny, which sounds terrible, but it is.
The diabetes guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's famous.
Check your insulin and you check it off.
Yeah.
Like Morgan and I thought that was so funny.
Well, if you're eating Little Debbie snacks by the dozen, I feel like there would be times where I would like just down 3 or 4 in a row.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, my mom like definitely bought these a lot.
Yeah.
You know, we'll talk more specifically about like what.
I also think, aren't they like, I mean, at least back in the day, I feel like they were like.
Go ahead though.
I feel like they were really inexpensive. Like
that's part of it.
For
of
a
course.
box of 12 or whatever, you would get.
I mean, that one says $2.79. It's still cheap.
Yeah. $2 for 8
which
cakes
means it costs
them
80 cents to make it.
Yeah,
which is
means
terrifying.
It's mostly not food. Yeah, and we'll figure out about that in a moment.
This episode is canceled. I've changed my mind.
Before speaking of little announcements, before we get ahead of ourselves, we should do the actual intro, and I think it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is Hypercritical, the podcast where we do things that you want to do so you don't have to deal with the aftermath.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, cheers.
Oh, cheers.
We're back to Negronis.
Yep.
Which is fitting because our first episode we went through a bracket.
Yep.
And we were drinking Negronis.
Oh, yeah. Have we had Negronis since?
I don't think so.
Wow.
We've done Vespers a couple times, Manhattans a couple times.
Oh, I need to start this screen recording. Do you know how to do that?
Command Shift 5. And then choose. Go to the bottom. See it like hover over.
But do I position
No, you
this?
don't. That's what I'm saying. I mean, you can probably crop it later. Okay.
So I'm just going to position
But
this.
you're still only about to take a screenshot. You need to do the recording.
Yeah. Record selected portion. Bang. So it's recording now.
Is that, oh my God, my eyesight's going. On the very, very top, is that a little stop symbol?
Where?
On the far left. Up. Back where you were. Far left of the icons, not the menu items.
Far left of the icons?
God, okay.
What icons?
On the left side of the screen are words. I'm talking about the icons on the right.
Right here?
The one that's far left. Nope. All the way to the top.
Oh, here. Yeah, it's a stop
Okay,
sign.
great.
In the taskbar.
Shut up.
Yeah, that's all you had to say.
Okay, explain how this works.
Okay, so we have a tier list, right? So we have all the Little Debbie snacks that we have here.
all the ones
Not
that we
all of them.
were able to
By
source.
the way, we source these locally.
via DoorDash.
Via DoorDash.
This episode is not sponsored by Little Debbie or DoorDash.
Yeah.
Or Campari.
And we were laughing at imagining the person that had to pick up these, like getting the order and being like,
Wow, you guys are smoking pot or
like,
something tonight.
They were like, either like what the fuck, or like, wow, they want one of everything, or they were like, I know exactly what's happening right now.
I think they probably assume we're smoking pot.
Yeah, probably.
And
we're
someone
like,
had the idea to
let's get all the little daddies. Yeah. So we only got, and like, granted, yours may be missing from the list. I apologize for that. We got everything that we could find, and we're gonna rank them from S, which is the best, top class, super.
Tell us in the comments if you've literally ever heard of that.
This is the thing. This is like very common.
Since when?
Forever.
No, not forever.
In like any kind of scoring or ranking that isn't, giving grades to somebody. S is top. It's like,
what do you mean that isn't giving grades
like
to someone?
in grades, yeah, it stops at
okay,
A+.
that's why that's the only one I know, because I was an actual trained
teacher. Yeah, but like
teacher.
in like racing, in like video games and all sorts of stuff, it's always like S is the best.
I want to know what S stands for.
I'm pretty sure it's like super.
That's childish.
I mean, we can look it up.
Fine.
But
later.
Yeah. So from S to F, we've got 6 tiers of ranking here. And honestly, I feel like these colors should be swapped, but it's too late.
Agreed. That's dumb.
It's too late. We've already started. I don't want to, those little inhale noise. And so, yeah, we've got technically, 11?
12.
12. Technically 12, but
12
really it's 11. There's a bonus in there. So we have, you want to go through the list? Mm-hmm. You want to do it, or should
I? Sure, I'll go through it, but I'm going to try not to add commentary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just name them. Don't talk about how good they are.
I need your glasses. Cosmic brownies, devil squares, fancy cakes. I feel like I'm at the eye doctor. Fudge rounds, honey buns, nutty buddies, oatmeal cream pies. They're spin wheels.
Yeah. Wait, do we even have it? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Pecan spin wheels.
Spin wheels.
Yeah.
Star Crunch, strawberry shortcake rolls, Swiss rolls, zebra cakes, bonus zebra cake rolls, which did not exist when we were kids. They didn't exist
before. I did want to say though, as far as things existing and not existing when we were kids,
there's a lot of new shit.
There's new stuff, but like almost everything that was in the rotation. Okay.
It's okay. Oh.
Okay.
Hi.
That was in the rotation when we were kids is still there. They haven't cut anything. Mm-hmm. So clearly everything's performing really well. Or they make such a high margin because it costs like 12 cents literally, to make a box of them.
Right.
And they sell them for $2.79 still. But the other thing is that I wanted to comment on is they haven't rebranded shit. These are the exact same boxes from 30 years ago.
Well, like, honestly, like, the more you and I have been in, like, the corporate world, the more you run into people who are like, why would we change it? It's working. And, like, we know our demographic and we know where we sell these. There's no one cares.
And, like, when you look at the branding, too, like zebra cakes and stuff, like, you can tell that, like, at some point, probably in the late 80s or something, early 90s at best, they were like, we're spending all of our money. Can you... So they were like, this is the time we're spending. Don't let him sit on that.
But he's so cute.
But he'll stop.
I'm not going to let him stay on the laptop. Come here.
Every episode with these guys.
We have 3 cats. What do you expect? Okay, you're saying.
At some point, late 80s, early 90s, they were like, here's the whole list of our products. Brand all of them. We're spending, our entire marketing budget for 1 year on this. And then they're like, fire the marketing team. We're done.
That sounds like what we've learned in corporate America too.
We don't need any new creative. We're never changing anything.
Right. I mean, it's kind of like the CEO or founder of Costco.
Yeah.
He's like, don't you ever change the price of that hot dog. Like, never.
Yeah.
But, like, imagine if they rebranded this every few years. Like, most people would look at that and be like...
Is he really... I'm about to put him in our bedroom.
Try one thing. Give him a new mousey. I should at least try it.
Be right back.
You love him.
I do love him.
But I feel like most people would be like, why are you rebranding it? Like, don't mess with that. Like, leave it alone. Leave it as is. It's kind of like, what was that thing recently? He knows where you're going. He's so excited. So rude. What is it? Kraft mac and cheese. they like officially rebranded it recently to be like macaroni and cheese or something like that. And it's like, we knew what it was. You don't have to tell us that. Anyway, my point is, if they rebranded, we would be annoyed. There's no winning. I think like someone smart knew to just leave it alone. Did you lock him in there?
No.
Okay.
He's gonna be right back. An asshole terrorist cat.
You love him.
You move to.
Don't be rude to him. Don't be rude to the cats. We love them.
It's just like, it's comical to me that they know as soon as we start doing something.
He doesn't like when you pay attention to anything with him. Even if, actually, no. If you're not paying attention to him, it's okay. But if you're paying attention to something other than him and he notices it, he's very unhappy. Including like your coffee in the morning. Oh my God, look. He's so cute.
Yes, you got it. You're great.
He's going to take it upstairs to his little tunnel.
And then he's going to drop it up there and he's going to come back down and be like, all right, I took care of that. Now I can destroy the couch some more.
Okay.
All right. So we've got, again, cosmic brownies, yellow squares, fancy cakes. Fudge
Fancy
rounds,
cakes is my favorite name, I think.
honey buns, nutty buddies. Nutty buddies? Is that what they're called?
Nutty buddies, yes.
Yeah, nutty buddy. Oatmeal cream pies. Pecan spin wheels. Star Crunch. Strawberry shortcake rolls, Swiss cake rolls, zebra cakes, and zebra cake rolls.
Okay.
And we're going to rank them from S to F.
Okay.
F being the worst. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through, we're going to open one, probably try to not, I think it could go either way. We'll either like take a bite and we'll be like, I don't want any more of that. That's gross.
Yeah. But we're going to attempt to only take one bite of each thing.
Probably just one bite. We'll taste it, and then we'll decide like where it is to us right now.
And we have to agree.
Yeah. Well,
we're going to fight. We're going to like duke it out a little bit.
We'll debate.
But
yeah.
Do we go in any particular order or just the box we can reach?
Yeah, whatever you can reach, and we can drag them one by one. I mean, you're starting high.
I feel like we should start lower than this.
Yeah, Swiss cake rolls are like, and like, I don't want to start.
I don't want to start critiquing it yet because I already have things to say. All right, grab the honey buns because this is not something I ate as a kid. This was not a regular in the Staten house.
I don't think we never really had these either.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like it was all down to Val.
Yeah.
Really. Oh,
what are we gonna do with all this after?
Do you know what I thought about doing? I thought about doing is literally like let's put it in a Central Market bag with a sign on it that's literally like free and like put it at the bus stop.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. Like I don't want all these. Okay. Oh God.
Okay.
Should be okay.
Let's take this out.
Oh, I thought you were getting your own. I was like, you don't have to. I'm not gonna eat. Like, okay, wait. I think we should start by looking at. Bring the box back over here.
Oh yeah, we should take a look at this.
Let's look at the actual. No. I don't have any interest in looking at the back of the package.
It's bad.
No, I mean this side. No, it's really.
Okay.
How much protein's in it?
2 grams.
No, I was kidding. I don't want to know. Honestly, like
pretty close.
Really not.
They didn't dress that up very at all. This does not look. It's not really in focus even.
Yeah. 279.
Because they took this picture in 1980. You know what I mean?
They're probably making it a little bit better then.
And like their, resolution didn't exist back then.
Our family promise: quality, freshness, and taste. Freshness.
Freshness.
Do
they say when they were made?
I would love to know when they were made.
And we're not going to get into ingredients.
I really don't want to look at that side of the box.
This is not what this is about.
Oh, God.
We should have brought a trash can and a puke bucket.
Like wine tasting, like you chew it and then you just make yourself throw it up.
No, you don't drink it and throw it up. You spit
it out. No, I meant
out.
like with this, I just like the whole experience.
I was like, what kind of wine tasting? You're like, you drink until you puke. Isn't that how you do it?
That's how the Food and Wine Classic felt. Just kept drinking. Amanda was like, you can just taste it and spit it out. I'm like.
You're like wiping vomit off your mouth. And you're like, what? Okay. All right, go for it.
It's
saccharine.
Smell it. It just smells.
It smells like.
Sickly sweet.
It smells like sugar and chemicals. Like,
I totally don't want to do this.
That's a big bite for you. I'm just going to take this a little bit off. We probably do need like a plate.
Kevin, get a plate. It's just like really sweet.
Yeah, it's not. There's not really even like a lot of like flavor.
What does it taste like? What does it remind you of? It's like real food. Like a cinnamon, like a cinnamon. What? Yeah, like a cinnamon bun. Just like that.
It reminds me of a like old-fashioned donut.
Ooh, yes, that's it.
That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of like kind of a soggy, less flavorful old-fashioned donut. Yeah, like the kind that have the ridges and like I don't even know like what the difference is between those and like a yeast donut. I think I looked it up at one point. They're like, I don't think they're yeast based, so they don't puff up.
They're boiled, right?
No, fried. I think they're fried.
I said boiled because I was thinking about bagels.
Yeah, bagels are
Trash.
okay. Yeah. So yeah, it's like that's what it tastes like to me. An old-fashioned donut.
Oh.
What? Oh, he saw a reflection because he got the bowl out. Okay.
Keep talking.
But yeah, that's what it reminds me of. Old-fashioned donut, and just not a very good one. So I'm glad we started there because I feel like that has to be a low point. What would you rate that? I mean, it's hard when you're first starting because there's nothing to compare it to.
Yeah.
But like as a snack, that's the kind of thing where like if you were at a party or like at a
party and they had honey bun.
you're at like a potluck or something or some sort of party and there's like somebody has like a plate of those out and you're like milling around.
Could you imagine going to a party right now and there's a plate of honey buns?
Yeah, I can. I mean, you're stop being so pretentious, Shannon.
Oh my God. Okay.
So, I could see myself in that situation. Like, and I will eat anything that's in front of me.
Same.
I could see myself looking at that and being like, no.
No, I'm good.
So like I would go as far as putting that bottom tier.
I would say
F.
D.
I would go down to F, but I don't have anything to compare it to. As we get going, if there's something worse,
okay.
We can reserve that spot. But if not, we can bump that down to an F later.
Okay, I agree with that.
So honey bun's at D.
I just know for a fact that there are plenty of things behind us right now that we'll take a bite and I'm going to be like, it's really hard not to keep eating this because I love it.
Well,
I think
your memory,
memory of it.
and like that's something
I'm good.
We should save that conversation for afterwards if we're not like in a coma at that point.
But my point is like with the honey bun, I'm kind of like, I don't really want another bite of that. I'm fine.
No, like that's my if for there to be a dessert in front of me and for me to take a single small bite and be like, put it in the trash. I'm a little bit like, influenced by the fact that I know that I'm gonna take 12 more bites or whatever. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'd go with D on that.
Okay.
I'll pick next.
Yep. Simply because it's the only one you can reach.
Strawberry shortcake roll.
I have never had this.
I feel like this is the one. So this is one that I remember. Like, how like, your family has your staple snacks. Mm-hmm. Like some of these things back here are like in our rotation.
Totally.
Or like, you're the family that has Coke or Pepsi or Dr. Pepper. Like every family has like their thing. Pepsi families are.
Is Pepsi okay?
No, it's not. We were a Coke family.
We
also
Texas,
went through weird phases where like me and my brothers drank like Mountain Dew and RC Cola. Oh. What was there was like a Coke type product. I feel like it was called Edge or something. It was like extra caffeinated.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
To appeal to teenage boys who needed caffeine.
Yeah, for sure. But what I was saying is strawberry shortcake rolls are like you go to your friend's house and they'd have them. Mm-hmm. And you're like, this is the weird family.
I actually loved going to the friend's house that had different snacks and the snacks my mom wouldn't buy. So I probably would be like, oh, this is different strawberry. Actually, no, as a kid, if it was like a fruit dessert, I'm like, I don't want that. Like I only want the chocolate desserts.
That reminds me, so going to people's houses and they'd have something different. This ties into the previous comment.
I like the protective cardboard.
My mom was like adamantly opposed to diet Cokes.
Good.
Coke was fine.
Agreed.
You know, like,
It's better. I mean,
but like diet, she was like, no, it's like you shouldn't drink that. It's not good for you. What are they? You know, there's chemicals and shit in there.
Oh.
And that just makes me laugh. Like, don't drink diet. And like, you know, we never have it. You go to your friend's house, they have a Diet Coke. You're like, man, this tastes funny. But like, you know, don't drink Diet Cokes. There's chemicals in there. Anyway, have your little Debbie snack and an Edge
like
Cola
that's
or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
disgusting.
Yeah, your Mountain Dew, like.
Yeah. Ooh, Mountain Dew makes me like cringe. Okay, wait. Bring the box back over.
Yeah. Oh, you want to compare? They definitely brought the jelly to the forefront on this, but
you can kind of see it on this side.
Yeah. So they did a little dressing up on the strawberry shortcake roll photography.
I mean, were they trying to compete with Twinkies with this? Or?
I also like this how no, they're just trying to reuse all of their ingredients. They're like, we have this machine that makes Swiss cake rolls.
True.
We also have all this extra Twinkie batter. How do we combine this? I also like that. Is there a frosting layer on the bottom?
Yeah, now that I'm looking at the picture, it's right there.
I also like that the Little Debbie factory and marketing department was so far away from real food that they had to use cartoon strawberries on this box. It's like
we don't actually know what a strawberry looks like. Can you hand me a paper towel?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay. So
you go first.
I'm just gonna take a bite.
Well,
that's not bad. No, the people want to hear your chew noises. That's what this whole podcast is for.
It's weirdly not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I would eat that.
What is it? Again, I'm going to ask that. What is it reminding you of?
What does it remind me of?
Like a toaster strudel? That strawberry, that like fake.
Yeah. I mean, it just reminds me of like a strawberry, any kind of dessert that's strawberry and cream, you know?
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. I'm going to go A tier on that.
A?
Yeah. I'm not going all the way. Oh.
Because I know, but for now, fine. If you like, as long as we can move things around.
I think we overrank stuff for now.
Okay, that's fine.
And we can pop them down.
Okay.
Like, yeah, if we decide like, okay, that's not right once we have something else.
Okay, that's fine.
But that's actually pretty good.
I agree. Honestly, I was not expecting very much out of that.
Yeah, I'm
a little
surprised.
Negroni palate cleanser.
So that's pretty good. I'll clear these as we.
Oh God, I thought you meant like by eating it. Yeah. I was like,
I'm gonna consume 4,000 calories in the next hour.
All right, let's do something chocolate.
Okay, let's go for it.
I don't think I've ever had these.
Double
Maybe.
Squares.
I don't know.
We had a lot of different like
twin wrapped. They're all $2.79, by the way. I find that interesting. I want to Google that, like why.
Why $2.79?
You want to what? What'd you say?
Because they printed all the boxes in 1980.
I mean, literally. Oof. Okay.
And they're like, they got funding and they're like, fuck it, we've got $100,000. Print every box that we'll need for the next 2 decades. So
twin wrapped was exciting as a kid when this was in your lunch, because I mean you're getting so much more.
And also like that's barter material.
I was just gonna say that.
You can take one, you can trade another to your friend.
Oh man.
Okay,
get the moron that would trade you for their Lunchable.
I will say, given the box and the picture, those are small. They look small.
These are very small.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I wonder how loud this actually is on the mic. I'm like having a really hard time.
The box makes them look like they're like.
And I mean, yeah,
almost
these
like
are
sandwich
like
size.
Little guys. It's also melting immediately.
The color is a little bit richer. Definitely.
It's more like glossy.
And like
that looks like real cake.
Red tone, yeah. So we'll see. Is my turn to take the first bite?
No. You took the first bite on the last one.
No, you did.
No.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Oh my God. It's so weird.
I have like a skewed memory. That's actually not too far off. I mean, they definitely like embellish the cream. You know, like this obviously looks like they like piped that cream onto there. But slide that bad boy over.
I mean, it's like the Hostess cupcakes. Mm-hmm. Or like the ding dongs or whatever. Mm-hmm. I just feel like when I think, and then this is not the Hostess episode, but luckily this isn't sponsored, so we can talk about whatever we want.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Especially again, like now that we're like adults and we've been in rooms with people brainstorming like new products and things. I just like to imagine the people that were in a room deciding on a new product and like, what are we going to call it?
Yeah.
And someone's like, how about chocolate cupcakes?
Yeah.
And they're like, nah, it needs to be edgier, more memorable.
Devil squares. There's like a guy in the corner with a leather jacket and he's like, he's just like got his feet up. He's picking his tooth with a toothpick and he's like, devil squares.
He's not even at the table. He's like in the corner.
Everybody's like, oh.
He's right.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking
chocolate squares. No, call it devil squares.
I was thinking comfort cakes. No, I was going to say, whoever then came up with things like ding dongs. Like, you know, there was some guy like you in the room who was like,
called it ding dong.
What if we called it, because it'd be funny.
No, people will remember it. Ding dong.
No, let me just explain what I'm imagining. And now I can't remember because I'm just picturing you just being like, because it's funny. Yeah. People will love it. It'll catch on. And then we've got millions of people saying they want a ding dong.
And then cream pie comes up next. These cats, we've got to figure out a solution for this.
I mean, they live here too. He's not even doing anything.
No.
Look at her. Do you see her?
Yes. She's like, he's literally just sitting there. I mean, here's the thing. And I feel like I want to get your take on this because you're the expert.
With chocolate and ding dongs?
with
cupcakes?
With chocolate, for sure. And I would do a side-by-side comparison if we want to later. But like when we pull out like something like a zebra cake roll.
Not chocolate.
You're right, exactly. That's my point.
Oh, I see.
Is I feel like they taste almost identical. Mm-hmm. Like that doesn't really taste chocolatey.
It's kind of like what you told me recently. I think I have this right. This is totally like different realm. It's something like when it comes to water, we like can't actually feel water. We just know if it's hot or cold. Yeah. So I feel like with these, if you like literally blindfolded someone, they'd be like, that's chocolate.
I think
that's the chocolate one.
Fairly,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, so apparently your skin and like the touch receptors, nerves and stuff, there's no mechanism for feeling wetness.
Well, it's like when you touch something like really cold water, if you're expecting hot, you have that moment of like, and then you're like, wait, it's cold.
So your body can just feel the difference in temperature or whatever between, or like texture that changes with your skin or whatever, but it can't actually feel wet. Which is weird. Yeah.
And I feel like the parallel here is you can't actually taste.
Yeah.
Because it's not real. None of it's real.
Slightly different because and I think this is my theory on Little Debbie cakes in general and why they're all still exactly the same is that I think that among, there are some exceptions like Star Crunch, Nutty Buddies, or, whatever that are like slightly different and unique, but mostly they're the same products with different colorants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like, the Swiss cake roll versus the, strawberry shortcake roll. It's the same machine making it, just with like, they don't add the chocolate color and then they, add strawberry. Like that's the unique flavor. And that's probably why that one stands out because like it has a unique flavor to it versus just being cream and the same, food coloring and whatever that they add. So, Devil squares. I would put that like, it's not as bad as a honey bun. I would say maybe like a C or a B.
I would say C.
Okay. That's fair.
Okay. Your pick.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I'm like trying to like create a little variety here.
We have been.
No, I know. I'm just like, I don't want to go to another chocolate. You know, I'm trying to bounce back and forth so we're not like tasting the same thing over and over again. So I'm going to go with spin wheels.
I have definitely never had one of these. Oh, no.
Display. Sorry. It's Little Debbie Company. We're going to fix it. We've got it set up to spec. Don't worry. Honestly, I've had these before.
This was not the kind of thing my mom would be like, I want those in my house.
If memory serves, they're fairly dry. They're not what you want from like a cinnamon bun pecan.
Is that what this is reminiscent of?
Yeah, I mean like a
bun?
kind of like rolled cinnamon. There's no like cream attached to it, but like that. But I remember liking these.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spin wheels waffles. We need to talk about this.
Oh, there's a recipe on the back.
Oh no, I'm tempted. 1 box Little Debbie pecan spin wheels. 1 cup confectioner's sugar. Jesus.
Add more sugar to it. How much sugar is
I was
going to
say there's already 7 grams in one roll.
In one roll. And
1 to 2 tablespoons of milk. And then vanilla
7
extract.
times 8, 40, 56 grams plus another cup. Jesus Christ.
Unwrap spin wheels and set aside. Spray waffle maker top and bottom and place 4 spin wheels in each compartment.
Oh, so you just
literally make them into waffles. Okay. In a bowl, whisk together. You're making like a drizzle.
Yeah. Wow.
Find this delicious recipe and more at littledebbie.com.
She needs to know about it.
You're just so like.
This is a hard box to open.
You are retarded.
I am. No. It's from eating all the Little Debbie snacks as a kid. It ruined most of my brain cells. It's little.
It's really little. You zoomed in. Look at that cinnamon stick in the background. I mean,
yeah,
for scale. Cinnamon stick for scale. These are little.
Yeah.
The pecans are huge. Look how big the pecans are.
That would be a massive, I mean, yeah. But memory serves, these are actually fairly good. Dry AF.
Uh-huh.
Nutty, cinnamony. I feel like there's like a little middle bit that has like a little extra cinnamon flavor. Like the collection of nuts in there.
There's like a moist texture that's like not a positive thing.
Yeah, it's like artificially moist.
They're not terrible though. You're right. Yeah.
Like
they're very cinnamon brown sugary forward. It's not bad.
Yeah. How do you like make something artificial? It's like they're like a moist fresh bakery cake, but it's literally just like canola oil. Like
or worse.
Yeah.
I mean,
in reality, one of those only has 3.5 grams of fat.
Like, name some ingredients from the top.
Oh man, we weren't good. Enriched bleach flour. Enriched bleach flour. Riboflavin, folic acid, corn syrup, water, sugar, soybean oil, yeast, high fructose corn syrup. So there's like 3 syrups in the first.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I feel like I would rank higher than Devil Squares.
Not as good as a strawberry.
No, I think it's a B.
Yeah, let's go with a B on that. Fairly good. I would eat that. Like, again, if you're at a party and there was a plate of those, I'd be like, yeah, I'd go for another one. You know, I've been here long enough. I might as well.
Yeah. Like if it was one of John's parties. Mm-hmm. And there's just like a bowl of and actually that would be, I feel like that would be very on brand for that crowd. Like the Dallas art scene.
Just buys a
somebody,
box.
Who am I thinking of specifically?
Yeah.
He would do that.
Somebody that would show up and be like,
there's a table of Little Debbie snacks in bowls.
And they're like, you know, they like grab a few beers out of the refrigerator. Like, oh, thanks. It's, give some, take some. Here's my $2.79 box of stuff.
Some beers that cheap. Not that cheap.
I mean, if you had a whole box, maybe, but.
True.
Anyway, we don't have to get into that.
All right. I want to step up the game a little bit.
Okay, so cosmic brownies. You've mentioned off camera that this is like one of your favorites.
Totally.
This is another one of those that's like, I think maybe my little brother got these every once in a while.
My mom would buy these on the regular. This was a typical snack.
And mostly I feel like these were like, this is another like friend's house one. And I remember never really liking them.
It's crazy. It's insane.
This is the kind of thing that would be packed in like a pre-packed lunch,
Is that Little Debbie merch?
Yeah, shop online, you can get.
What's the thing in the middle? Oh, that's actually really smart. Like a big glass jar.
Yeah.
That's what my mom would do. It was like they were all emptied into a jar.
Yeah, you can get a Zebra Cakes lunchbox, shirts, hats.
See, I don't remember. Okay,
shop online at littledebbie.com.
I actually think this changed the whole like cosmic.
Yeah.
Like clumps on top. I feel like those used to be flat, round sprinkles. I think that.
I always remember the thicker ones.
I don't think they were called cosmic brownies.
Did you get like a different brand version?
No, I'm pretty sure the cosmic thing was like post 1990s. It's worth looking up because I'm pretty sure that's the case.
What is that? Like a chocolate chip that's coated in
it's like a
candy shell?
Mm-hmm. It's pretty much what I remember, texture-wise.
Well, not good.
The flavor's not what I remember. The texture is, but the flavor's getting worse, weirdly.
That's like it's really dense.
Which I'm okay with, but there is a flavor that feels very artificial.
Very oily. It tastes like oil. You know what I mean?
It tastes like vegetable oil.
Yeah.
Whoa. Ugh. It's getting worse.
Yeah, that's bad. Like maybe worse than honey bun bad.
Those were a favorite of mine, and I loved them.
Yeah.
And I still think your question is valid. Like, do I still think they're good because of nostalgia?
Yeah.
Or were my taste buds not developed enough to really appreciate the fact that these were terrible? But those were high on my list, and I really want to look up when those changed names because I am like,
I don't think they did.
I'm pretty confident they did.
Okay.
We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Okay, you can rank those pretty low. I would say for me equal with honey buns.
Okay,
I wouldn't take a second bite of either of those.
Yeah. Honestly, I would probably eat. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna keep it in the same category, but we're gonna say left is better. So like between these, I'm gonna put this here.
Honey bun is better than a cosmic brownie. Okay.
I would maybe, if I were really hungry and really bored, I would take another bite of honey bun and I'd be like, yeah, it's exactly what I remember. It's not that good.
I don't want a second bite of either one of those.
Cosmic brownie, I feel like I would be like, I could be starving to death and I would be like, I do not want to put that in my mouth.
If you were starving to death,
I will probably die faster if I eat that.
I mean, let's not.
Yeah.
Make us feel like we're giving ourselves cancer right now, please.
Yeah, it was gross.
Your choice.
Yeah.
What are the ones that they do, and they might be Hostess, but they're like at Christmas. They're like trees. My mom loves those. My dad loved those too.
They do like heart-shaped ones too?
Probably. Yeah. That's Little Debbie, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure because it's basically these, but with green and red and Christmas tree
cakes.
Yeah.
So, twin wrap.
And like these cannot be very different from zebra cakes. They just can't be.
No. It's probably the exact same thing. They're just a different shape.
Like the shape, I guess.
Because zebras are hexagonal.
Which is so funny because like who cares?
Yeah.
Kids don't notice or care.
That's like increasingly, I want to be like in the meeting where they came up with all these ideas. So like, we'll make it hexagonal.
The name, are these for grandmas? Was this targeting the granny market?
I remember like,
I mean that
cakes,
respectfully.
And I was like, oh, they're the good ones. It's the exact same price. So, I mean, same as before with the devil dogs. They're
Did you just say devil dogs?
Devil dogs, yeah.
I almost said that earlier.
There's actually there's a cake called the devil dog. It's like it's got rounded edges, but
yeah. It just makes me think of Ted Lasso.
Yeah, but
okay. These are the ones you're excited to get when you go to Nana's house.
Yeah. That's
exactly
not bad.
like Christmas trees.
Yeah, tastes like Christmas tree cake.
That's not bad. That's higher than devil squares for me.
Higher than devil squares. Higher than pinwheels.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's quite as good as a strawberry roll. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But it's not bad. It's just kind of like, what is the flavor of that? It's like white flavored. You know what I mean? Like,
I remember like growing up, like like to this day, me and my siblings who are all in our 30s and 40s, like, what's your birthday cake? And someone always had a white cake, and it's like, what does that mean? Yeah. Like, that's not like vanilla; it's like white.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not.
It's not like almond or vanilla.
Like a white chocolatey kind of flavor.
I don't know,
but not terrible. I would
put it B, but on the left.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. B
not
on
bad.
The left. Pretty good. I mean, yeah, it's starting. Maybe it's the Negroni combined with.
Yeah, it's really not a good idea to be drinking Negronis
six
right
different
now.
bites, but like I have a constant bad taste in my mouth.
Let's do the water.
And a little sip of water to clear it out.
All right, I'm going for a change of texture.
There's got to be there's probably like a warning out there that's like, do not eat all of these together because the chemicals coated in your mouth will combine into something very bad. Like,
can you stop saying things like that?
Nutty bars. Okay, this is my
Nutty Buddies. This was not a regular for me.
This is my like top tier as a kid, and they're big.
We haven't gotten to mine yet. There's two. Wow.
Yeah, and there's 12 in this box. So like, there's 12 bars. So yeah, there's
12 packages.
No, there's 6 packages.
Okay, 6, but there's one. Okay, I've got it.
But
okay.
Same price, $2.79.
So I'm gonna start this sentence, and I think you know exactly what I'm gonna say.
How do you eat them?
No, and I'm suddenly concerned because what I was gonna say is I couldn't stand watching those kids that
split apart every single layer.
Why would they do that? You're ruining. It's the whole point. You weren't that kid, were you?
Sometimes I was.
The whole point is that it's a texture of layers.
Yeah, but you take a bite and then you split layers and you go back and forth. You got 2 whole bars.
You can't go back and forth if you unlayer it.
You got 2 whole bars.
Stupid kids, idiots.
But honestly, I remember these being one of my favorites.
So loud.
Yeah. Get that crunch on the microphone.
I mean, the peanut butter is strong and fragrant. It's really good. It's really good. They're still not very good.
That's good. That is exactly how I remember it being. And here, have a layer. Get more peanut butter flavor with the layer.
I will concede.
Yep. Honestly, that's up there with the strawberry shortcakes. And I think that again, the 2 things that stand out, they both have a unique ingredient.
Well, it tastes like peanut butter. It tastes like chocolate, and there's a good texture.
Yeah. So I
would say left A.
Left A.
No, yeah, better than strawberry.
Okay, I'm down with that because I fucking love Nutty Buddies.
I can't wait to get a clip of that. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Hi. Don't step on stuff. He's going to step on that. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, check out those boxes over there. Okay.
All right, your turn.
Oh, man.
I don't feel terrible yet, but it's coming for me.
It's starting to get there.
It's coming for me.
I think we should get the Swiss rolls out.
Oh, man.
Okay, so
these are going to knock some down, in my opinion.
Here's another one. How'd you eat these?
People that unrolled these are ridiculous.
Okay.
The whole point is the texture when it's in a roll.
But Shannon, you got to
hated those kids.
You bite the end off. and then the other end.
You were that kid.
And then you slowly unroll it. And then you get down in the middle and you like use your tongue to channel out the cream.
Ew, no. Watch out. Don't push him.
Don't.
Well, you're pushing him into the laptop. Hey, buddy. I'm suddenly realizing that, like, if we had gone to elementary school together, I wouldn't have hated you, but I just would have been like,
you would have had that face that I had the other morning, unbeknownst to me.
Just drinking my coffee.
I'm sitting there like,
and I'm doing the same thing you're doing, which is we lean forward and we do our biscotti dunks and we're eating because we don't want to like get it on the couch or like on ourselves because you always spill on yourself. And I literally look up and you're like this.
You said something to me and I like didn't realize.
I didn't say anything though because I was literally
but like I'm afterwards. You were like, "What are you doing?"
Oh, I started laughing so hard because I was like, "Wow!"
And I was like, "What?" And it was like something was happening in my head in like separate from reality that had nothing to do with you.
To look up and have your husband of 12 years looking at you like this, it's just like, I'm just gonna go back to bed. These are a third the size of my memory.
That's about the size I remember.
I thought they were like the strawberry ones.
Yeah.
I thought those were big.
Maybe they are a little bit smaller. Oh, it's your turn. And then you like lick the frosting off the paper. You got to get every ounce of calorie. Yeah, again, embellished on the cream there, but
I mean, pretty good.
I mean, it tastes exactly like you remember it. See, if you're really feeling it, look, watch this. Let's see if I can still do it. Did it chalk it off?
The fact that it stays so intact is concerning.
I want to keep demonstrating, but I don't want to eat more of it. But yeah, you get down in the middle and then you like lick the cream out of the channel there.
It's like people that eat Oreos in 3 stages. I don't get that. Just eat it.
Did you not separate Oreos as a kid?
No.
Are you kidding?
The whole point is the layers together.
No, the whole point is to separate the Oreo.
No.
You eat the dry cookie. You separate another Oreo.
Why would you want to eat the dry cookie?
You separate another Oreo. You eat the dry cookie, and then you end up aggregating all of your creams, so you have like a super duper optimum omega stuff, right?
It keeps getting better. I can't wait to save this as a clip.
Yeah.
Where you say you save all your creams, and then you said super duper.
And it's like this thick, and then
I can bench the 315-year-old.
How do you think I got to that point?
Not by eating the cream out of Oreos.
Which is probably, again, just like canola oil.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Oh my God. This is like someone getting a burger and deconstructing it and just eating dry bread and then being like, what?
Eating dry bread and be like, what?
And then you get a super duper burger.
4 burgers and combine into one big one.
So stupid.
No, but also I think that it was like, as a kid, that was our form of entertainment. You know, like you couldn't pull out your phone and look at shit. You know, if you weren't talking to your friend or whatever.
Okay, that actually sounds...
She is such a little chunk. But yeah, you couldn't like do anything. So you're just like, I'm gonna figure out how to do this in as many steps as possible.
Did that make you a little sad to be an adult?
Yeah.
The second you said that, I was like, remember like being in the cafeteria?
Yeah.
One time you transported me back to being in probably 4th grade. Yeah, I got like a layer of. I feel like I need to drink some like hot lemon water after this. 4th, 5th grade. And, you know, the cafeteria in elementary school was like really small compared to like in high school. And I remember there was like, you know, the line for food and then all the tables and everything. But on the side of the cafeteria was a woman with like the ice cream cart.
Yeah.
And you could go like for a quarter, get like the little with the wooden spoon, just like vanilla ice cream tub or whatever. And I remember going over to her and being so excited because I had a quarter. And I got there and she goes, "This is a nickel." I was like, "Oh, that's okay. I'll just go back to my seat then with my..."
You couldn't get 5 of them?
No, from who?
No, you needed a nickel exactly.
No, I needed a quarter.
I get it.
I thought it was a quarter.
I thought you were saying that she was saying, "Oh, it only costs a nickel." And you were like, "Oh, well, in that case."
No, I gave her my quarter and she was like, "This is a nickel."
I feel like
Give the kid the
I
ice
get
cream.
that maybe it's a learning opportunity, but I'm like, if that were me, I wouldn't be like, "Beat it, kid."
No, she was nice. She was nice about it.
Come back when you have 20 cents more. Like, you'd just be like, "Oh, thanks. Thank you. Here's your ice cream."
Right.
And then I'd be like, yeah, but I guess I don't want to say the next part because it could be terrible to say.
Oh, God. Okay. Save it.
No, I was going to say, if you're selling ice cream in an elementary school.
I don't think she was like profiting and she was I think she was literally like a volunteer lunch lady. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Remember me liking the lunch ladies? There was always one that like was nice and you liked.
I remember this is probably maybe, or at least I hope it's still a thing, but like, I remember as a kid in like elementary school, like everybody loved the janitor lady.
Mine was never a lady. It was always like Mr. Dan.
Yeah.
I bet his name was Mr. Dan.
And everybody was like, "Oh, we love the janitor." And it's like, why?
You'd pass by them sprinkling
sawdust on
puke. Yeah. Hey kids, they loved us. Yeah. I'm pretty sure ours was something like Mr. Dan.
Mr. Dan. All right, so Swiss cake rolls.
I feel like coma coming on. We need to.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel gross. All right, Swiss cake rolls. Luckily, we're more than halfway through.
Mm-hmm. Those are higher than devil squares, no question.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I'm guessing if it's high C or low B.
I think low B. Just put it there for now.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Hi, buddy. Oh, come here.
Sit down. You don't have to keep doing laps. Just lay down.
He's coming. We can cut this part. It's no stress.
No, we don't cut. We don't cut in this place. We do it live.
Fuck it. We'll do it live. We don't stress him out, though.
Hi, buddy.
Him. He's a good boy.
You're so handsome. Why don't you get comfy?
He's shedding like crazy.
Why don't you get cozy?
Hey, baby.
Yeah, you can use mom's lap.
You want to sit with me?
Yeah.
Dad's going to pick the next one.
Okay. Fudge rounds.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck.
When, as adults, me and my siblings have been going on vacation with my parents the last few years.
I'm starting to feel really sick.
Yeah, since like 2016. And my brother Patrick pointed out that like each of us had our specific Little Debbie that we loved. And more specifically, he realized that they're the perfect nicknames. So mine was Fudge Round. Because I love Fudge Round. I can't remember what everyone else's were. I think it was just me, really. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna puke. Despite how I feel after eating all of these and drinking 2 Negronis, this is going straight to the top for me. Yeah. I can tell you right now.
Which way do you eat it?
I don't eat it upside down. What are you doing? Like that? Crazy? It's the tiniest bite I've ever seen you take in the entire 17 years I've known you. You didn't know that, and you need a redo. You didn't get the middle. You didn't get the middle. You just kept, look at this, but like. Oh, such a baby.
That is not good.
Okay, quiet.
It's still getting worse. No, it's not good.
This got worse.
It's
These
bad.
are different. These are very different.
All the chocolate ones are bad.
This got way different.
Yeah, that's bad.
I loved those as a kid. Those are not the same. Oh, God.
Yeah, it gets worse for a little while. There's like 30 seconds where it builds on you.
It's like oily and I don't know. Why I feel like in my nose, like it's almost like acidic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like there's like I just imagine like a gas being released and it's like going into my sinuses.
Whatever not chocolate they use to make it taste chocolatey is like
Those used to be, I mean, like my absolute favorite.
Is cocoa even on the ingredient? Oh, it does have cocoa.
It actually almost tastes like too much cocoa.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Man, that was gross.
I still feel like there's worse ones.
I'm putting that like I don't know what's worse. That
I would knock down cosmic brownies.
Knock them down
and put fudge rounds in
with them.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Worse or better than cosmic brownies? I think I would probably eat and this is saying a lot because of what I said about cosmic brownies. I would, if I had both of those, if I was starving to death and both of those were on a plate in front of me and I had to pick one, I would probably eat the cosmic brownie in that case.
Wow, you're so dramatic.
I would not eat a fudge. That was like the cosmic brownie was like uncomfortable and not pleasant at all. The fudge brown was offensive. You know what I mean?
You're offensive.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go for the one that I think might be a little bit redeeming for the Little Debbie brand.
Yeah.
This one, I really don't think this one's gonna let me down.
Yeah. You can never be let down by a cream pie.
I cannot believe you said that.
I mean, I guess you could be majorly let down. You could be majorly let down. There are a lot. This is a heavy box.
That's what I'm saying. That is just like...
We used to get... So, did you ever get the mega oatmeal cream pies?
Yeah, it was like an option
that were like this
on
big?
the app. And I'm like, see, I don't like that. It's just... Okay, is it these that are in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
I don't know.
When they're in the backyard and there's an ant and everything?
Maybe.
I'm really nervous because I don't want these to disappoint me. I love these.
I fucking love these too. Don't smell it. Still good? Mm-hmm. You split them apart, lick the cream off one side?
No, stop it. It's so stupid. No.
Okay, that's still fucking good.
Of everything, S.
Yeah. No. Okay. Wow. Second biter. Wow. Ooh. You know what? This is the first one. You take a bite and it gradually improves. Mm-hmm. There's like waves of...
And it tastes like an oatmeal cookie, as it should.
Yeah. It tastes like... Because like you get the bite, a little bit of combination, and then you taste the cream. And then as you're like clearing your mouth out, swallowing a little bit, you get more of the oatmeal flavor.
Yeah.
Some toss. That was good.
Yep.
That did not disappoint. That was about...
Thank God.
S tier. Fuck yeah. Fucking love cream pie. It's hard, I still think Nutty Buddies and strawberry shortcake rolls or whatever the fuck you call them, both really good. I still think cream pie is really good. I used to down, like, if there was a box of oatmeal cream pies in our kitchen,
I would eat way too many.
I would like sit in the kitchen over the trash can and be like, oh.
Like Homer Simpson style.
Yeah.
Yep. No, that was definitely like, we had like glass cookie jars. And, my mom used to go antique shopping. So she would buy stuff like glass jars. She found one once that had like an S on the side.
Yeah.
And so she bought 4. And it was like for me and my siblings. Yeah. And so we have one to this day. And it's like our biscotti jar. Yeah. But those would literally, Spencer, be filled with like, one would be like fudge rounds. And then one would be Star Crunch. And one...
See, the problem with my family, with my brothers... I'm sorry, I interrupt you all the time.
Weird.
With me and my brothers... You could not stockpile shit because we would just eat it all within hours.
I think my mom would like hide most of it and then like release some.
Yeah.
Because I grew up with 2 brothers and they would definitely. And then me, like I grew up with like a weird thing with food that I could like still feel it affecting me to this day, which is like sneaking treats. I have dreams about like literally sneaking into places to like steal like desserts and stuff, and I'm like, Mom, you're the one that bought a bunch of stuff. It's your fault. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay.
I think here's what, because of how I'm feeling right now, I'm just gonna disqualify zebra cake rolls. We know what they're gonna taste like.
Agreed. I don't need another bite of that.
2 more bites. I want to save Star Crunch for last.
I love Star Crunch. I'm so excited about that.
So, can you read zebra cakes?
I mean,
Zebra cake, I think, is gonna be.
This is pretty nostalgic. There are zebra cake donuts. Strawberry donuts too. Fudge round donuts.
Man, in these in betweens when I'm opening another box, my stomach like it tightens that. It's like a cramp.
Have you ever felt like? Okay, this might sound crazy, but I swear it happens to me. Have you ever been indulging too much, drinking too often, et cetera, and it's just the middle of the day and you're at work or whatever, and you think about something unhealthy?
Yeah.
And the initial thought is that part of your brain that's like, yeah, do it. Mm-hmm. Sounds so good. Like, get some pizza, get a French dip.
Yeah.
But then there's a part of your stomach area that's like, I'm begging you not.
No.
I'm begging you not to do that. Please don't.
It's like, ugh.
Yeah, it literally is like, don't.
I will fuck you up if you do that.
Don't do it. First is also, I feel like the opposite is true, where I'll be like at the grocery store, my body's like, ooh, yeah, the vegetables look really good. You'll feel so good later. It's weird. So now my body is like, please stop.
Yeah, your body will talk to you a little bit like that. It's like when you haven't had vegetables in a long time. And this has happened to me a few times where like I go long stretches of like just eating milk, animal protein. And,
I was like, eating milk? What are you talking about?
And, whey protein. And that's like all I eat.
It's not good.
And like, oatmeal and, whatever. And I'll like look back on the week and I'm like, man, I didn't eat a single vegetable the entire time.
I'd rather have very little protein and a ton of vegetables.
Like micronutrients are super important.
I'm just saying, if I had to pick all protein, very little vegetables, or the opposite, I'd go vegetables.
No, I wasn't disagreeing with you. I was agreeing with you.
Oh, I see.
Micronutrients are extremely important. Vitamins and all that shit.
I hate how much they pick on her. It's so sad.
That's weird.
She's just a chunk. Look at her.
But like there are times where like I haven't eaten vegetables for a solid week, and then you like finally like eat a carrot and like some peppers or something, and like it feels like, what's that movie with Bradley Cooper, Limitless? It feels like that, where you're like, I can see new colors, and like this is like your body's like, do it, keep doing that, please, please, God, we're dying.
Ratatouille, where he takes a bite and it's like, and like the fireworks go off. I'm just enjoying watching you take the smallest bites I've ever seen you take. I know why, but like it's just funny because usually you take a Spencer bite, which would literally be
half
2/3 of this. Yeah. You would literally. This is the most pathetic thing I've ever seen out of you.
That tastes like Christmas tree cake. Honestly, something, and I think it's just whatever Little Debbie does with their chocolate is gross. That's worse than a fancy cake.
I feel like zebra cakes have a cult following.
Yeah.
And I never got it.
My younger brother was obsessed with zebra cakes.
Is it just the color and the shape? It's exciting.
Yeah, zebras is a cool little animal. Zebras are cool. Zebras
are cool.
So
it has nothing to do with this.
I'm just going to put zebra cakes and zebra cake rolls in the same spot, which I think is like a low C.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
And Devil Squares probably got a huge advantage in that they went first.
Yeah, I think that you could probably bump those down.
Yeah, we did say we'd do that. Mm-hmm. I'm probably going to bump this down and this down. Yeah.
Yep. That's fine with me. Honestly, I would bump the spin wheels down.
Below a Swiss cake roll?
Yeah.
Or at like least, down to C?
At least. I'd be okay with C too. Honestly.
And honestly, I'd probably be okay with this.
I don't think Swiss rolls are that bad.
Okay, we can come up.
Just for some balance.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, last one. Star Crunch.
Best?
The star of the show.
For last.
I hope so.
These better be like oatmeal cream pies. I mean, if this is not the same as my childhood, I'm going straight
oatmeal
to bed.
Oatmeal cream pies. I mean, I don't think we have a choice at this point.
I feel like a wild animal.
Give me my Star Crunch. They're little. God.
And these are brilliant.
Yeah, they got little rice, crunchy rice.
But it's chewy in the middle?
Yeah.
Like caramel?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Not very good.
It's fine. It's
That's
so
okay.
disappointing.
It's not bad like some of the other ones. I remember those being much crunchier.
Well, not just crunchy, but like a good balance of the crunchy and the chewy and the like creamy middle.
Yeah.
It was like 3 things in
Yeah.
one. That just felt has that like fake
homogenous, tastes a little oily.
Yeah, the
and
weird
like
chocolate flavor.
there was like the little bit of the puffed rice crunchy, but it wasn't like I remember them being like sometimes cut your mouth open crunchy.
Oh God.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It wasn't bad. Like I wouldn't rate it that low. I'd rate it higher than Swiss rolls, no question.
Yeah. I would maybe
but not
put
as high
it,
as oatmeal cream pies.
I would maybe put it here.
Yeah. I would eat that over the fancy cake though.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe up here because
It's not an A.
It's not an A.
It's a high B.
Star Crunch, yeah. And in my memory, it's a fucking S.
It's like S plus. That's so disappointing.
But at least, I mean, 2 of my stars, the fucking oatmeal cream pies.
I mean,
and the
one
nugget
of
bars.
mine is literal dead last. That is depressing.
2 of yours. You said you loved the cosmic brownies and the fudge rounds, and they're the last 2 on the list.
Man,
they were bad, Shannon.
I know.
Shannon, those were really bad.
I'm really sad about it.
Oatmeal cream pie. I mean, I guess it just goes to show you, even when I was a kid, I had fantastic taste.
Okay.
No, but and like that's part of the question is that what's going on?
Terrorizing.
I want to chug a gallon of water right now.
Yeah, me too. Give me that.
No, this is mine. Okay, you gotta have a sip, but I get a sip first.
I poured them, brought them over here, thought of it.
Mm-hmm. I don't even want this anymore. Is it that our taste has changed?
Yes.
You know, again, like we've been, you know, when we were kids, all we knew was sugar. And now it's like, we're like, oh, I like coffee. I drink alcohol. Like, so like, you know, we've gone to restaurants now, then gotten more than, you know, cheese quesadilla or whatever, which are still delicious.
I feel like when I went out to restaurants with my parents, I ate like real normal food. I didn't order.
I'm starting to get a headache. But, you know, your taste changes and like you naturally like less sweet things. So I wonder if it's partly that. And I wonder if it's also that they like have slowly, you know, adjusted recipes, swapped out ingredients, made them less expensive to manufacture, whatever, you know?
Whatever the case may be. I think it's probably a little bit of both, but I would lean heavily towards our palates developing. Personally, I feel exhausted.
Yeah.
I also have a headache coming on. I would like to drink water and go to bed.
So that was a terrible decision to make.
I feel like this was your call. I like it.
I suggested it. You got really excited about it. No, I think it was good. I think I would, if we
get a picture of the trash pile.
If we ever do a food challenge again, rating foods, it can't be sugar. Like that was too much. But
okay. The only things that are interesting though are like snacks from childhood, fast food. So
no, we should do hot wing flavors.
Okay.
We should get every flavor from Buffalo Wild Wings or something.
Okay.
And we should go through and rate them.
Okay.
What else would be?
Pouncer. It's terrible.
What else would be good? Green juices. Vegetables. Let's read vegetables.
Leafy greens.
Actually, we should do vegetables.
Just raw vegetables.
Do raw vegetables. Why is that gross?
The thought of just like eating a raw zucchini kind of grosses me out.
That's gross.
Like texture wise.
My mind didn't get past carrots and bell peppers. So
I eat that like almost every day as a snack lately.
I guess you could do cooked vegetables, but then it'd be cold. Anyway, we don't have to brainstorm right now.
Raw herbs.
Yeah.
Wait, none of these are good ideas. Figure it out.
All right. Thanks for watching.
This has been Hypercritical.
This has been Hypercritical, and
we're going to go to bed.
I'm going into a diabetic coma at the moment, so I may or may not make it next week.
Next week, we'll be back to criticisms, conversations.
Perhaps.
We'll see. Do 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 do
do do
do do do do.
Jesus Christ!
What?
I can't get out of here. I never want a little Debbie snack again.
I actually feel good about getting that out of my system because there are times where I go to the grocery store and I see them and I'm like, oh man.